Before we go into any lesson together, my love, let us first read the affirmations and let them begin to change the atmosphere inside you. Take a soft breath in and a long, gentle breath out. If you can, place a hand over your heart or over your chest and let your body know something good is arriving for us now. And now, very slowly, almost like a prayer, repeat with me. First, we open the flow of good. My good now flows freely. Say it again. My good now flows freely. And once more, a little deeper. My good now flows freely. Now, invite support. I let life support me now. Again, I let life support me now. And one more time, as if life is listening closely. I let life support me now. Now we turn toward the ideas that want to find us. Gently affirm, divine ideas express through me. Once more, divine ideas express through me. And again, divine ideas express through me. Let this be your new expectation. Then say, the right idea comes at the right time. Let it land. The right idea comes at the right time. And a third time, with trust, the right idea comes at the right time. And now we rest in peace, because peace is what allows everything else to move. Whisper with me, I am at peace. Feel your shoulders soften as you say it again. I am at peace. And once more, as a gentle decision, I am at peace. Then anchor it with, peace is my power. Again, peace is my power. And a final time, peace is my power. Just notice how your breath has already changed. Notice how your mind is a little quieter, your body a little softer. This is the perfect place to begin. Now, my dear, let's talk about this beautiful little word, good. When I say my good now flows freely, I am not only talking about money, although money can certainly be part of it. Good is so much wider and deeper than that. Good is the friend who appears at the exact moment you need to be heard. Good is the job opportunity that matches your values instead of crushing your spirit. Good is your health improving, even little by little. Good is an idea that solves something you have been worrying about for months. Good is timing that lines up, doors that open, support that arrives, and an inner calm that says, I am held. So often, people think, maybe I just don't have any luck. Maybe good things don't come to me. And I like to gently suggest that the good is there, but the river has been blocked. We tighten with anxiety. We cling to control. We doubt ourselves. We replay old failures, and that tension is like building a dam across the stream of our own life. The more we try to squeeze everything, the less anything can move. When you say, my good now flows freely, you are not begging life. You are changing your posture. You are loosening your grip and allowing your river to move again. I want you to imagine for a moment that your good is like water. Water does not disappear because a rock is in the way. It simply finds another path. But if you build a solid wall of fear and self-criticism, the water can only pool and feel stagnant. It is still there, but it cannot reach your field. Your fields are your experiences, your work, your relationships, your body, your decisions. Many of us walk around believing there is no water, when in truth we have been holding the gate shut. Think of all the times you have said no to yourself before life even had a chance to say yes. I'm not smart enough for that. I could never do that. People like me don't get opportunities like that. Each of those sentences is a little plank in the dam. So today, with each affirmation, we are gently taking out one plank at a time. We are saying, maybe my good has always wanted to reach me. Maybe I can let it flow again. You do not need to tear down the whole wall at once. Just a few bricks of self-doubt loosened, a little pressure released, and suddenly the water starts to move. Now let's move to something very precious, what I call divine ideas. Divine ideas are not always loud, dramatic, or wrapped in clouds of angels. They are often very quiet, like a soft nudge inside your chest. They can arrive as a sudden thought. Maybe I should call this person. They can arrive as a gentle urge. I feel like going to that cafe today instead of the other one. They can arrive as a sentence you overhear that lights up your mind like a lamp. They are ideas that carry a special feeling, clarity, ease, a little sense of, oh, this makes so much sense, even if it's something simple. You don't have to stress and strain to manufacture them. In fact, they most often come when you are not pushing. Have you noticed how many solutions pop up in the shower, on a walk, while washing dishes, or just before sleep? That's because your mind has different ways of working. There is the busy, focused mode that checks boxes and answers emails, and there is the relaxed, drifting mode where connections form quietly in the background. Divine ideas love that relaxed space. They love to drop into a mind that is not judging or panicking, but simply available. This is why I am much more interested in you asking for the right idea than obsessing about the final outcome. Instead of saying, I must have this exact result by Friday, you might begin to say, I am open for the perfect idea to come to me. The right idea comes at the right time. Do you feel how different your body feels with that second sentence? The first one tightens the chest, narrows the eyes, and makes the mind race. The second one opens your chest, softens your gaze, and invites support. One is a demand, the other is a partnership. Life has so many ways to help you, but when you insist on one narrow how, you become blind to all the other paths. When you say, divine ideas express through me, you are saying, I am willing to be a channel. I don't have to push out brilliance. I can receive it and act on it. Divine ideas are not about proving your worth. They are about life moving through you in ways that feel aligned and kind. So you see, my dear, you do not need to become more intelligent in the anxious, pressured way the world often suggests. You do not have to cram more information into an already overloaded mind. What you really need is more inner space, more softness, more room between the thoughts, so that what is already trying to reach you can finally get through. Think of yourself as a beautiful channel. When a channel is clear and open, water runs through without effort. When a channel is clogged with debris, old beliefs, tired stories, fears of failure, obsession with how and when even the purest water cannot flow. Many people say, "I'm stuck. I must not be good enough," when really they are simply overcrowded on the inside. Their minds are full of, "What if I fail? And I have to figure this out now, and there is only one right way." And that noise drowns out the whisper of divine ideas. The first step in unclogging the channel is not to think harder, but to soften deliberately. When you find yourself stuck, instead of pushing your brain like a machine, pause. Take one deep breath in and an even longer breath out. Place your hand somewhere that feels comforting your heart, your belly, your cheek, and gently ask, "If there were one simple idea coming to help me, how might it want to reach me?" You are not interrogating yourself. You are opening a window. You might feel an urge to take a short walk. You might feel like tidying a small corner of your space. You might feel like lying down for 5 minutes with your eyes closed. These are not escapes. They are ways of creating inner space. As you do, repeat quietly, "My good now flows freely. Divine ideas express through me. The right idea comes at the right time." You are changing the climate inside you, from stormy and tight to calm and receptive. I want you to notice that every time we come back to peace, we are also strengthening your power. I am at peace. Peace is my power. This is not a slogan. It is a description of how your nervous system actually works. When you are frantic, your awareness narrows and you miss the opportunities standing right next to you. When you are peaceful, your awareness widens and you can see the path, the person, the possibility that was always there. Peace makes you available to your own wisdom. Peace makes you a better listener to life. Peace makes it easier for your good to find you because you are not running in circles. So as we move forward from this moment, I would love for you to treat yourself as a beloved river. You do not scream at a river to flow. You do not accuse it of being stupid or lazy. You simply remove the rocks that are blocking it one by one, and you trust that the water knows where to go. With every kind thought, with every soft breath, with every time you choose to loosen your grip and invite a divine idea, you are removing a rock. You are making more room for your good. You are becoming a clearer channel for life to move through you. And the more you allow that, the more naturally you will find yourself saying, not as a hope, but as a quiet truth, "My good now flows freely. I let life support me now. Divine ideas express through me. The right idea comes at the right time. I am at peace, and peace is my power." Let me share something with you, my love. Something I have seen again and again in my own life and in the lives of so many people who sat in my workshops with tears in their eyes, whispering, "Why doesn't anything good ever stay with me?" It is not that life is stingy. It is not that you are cursed or forgotten, or somehow the one soul who was left out of the great river of good. So often, the block is not out there. It lives in 3 tight little knots inside: guilt, unworthiness, and control. These knots sit quietly in the subconscious, and they say, "If I receive this, I am selfish. If I receive this, I am cheating someone. If I receive this, I will be punished later. So the good begins to come, and then an old belief pulls the plug. You might find yourself saying no to opportunities, dismissing compliments, sabotaging your progress, or shrinking your dreams before anyone else can disapprove. That is not because you are broken. It is because you were taught to equate goodness with sacrifice and suffering. When you affirm, "My good now flows freely," you are loosening those knots. You are saying to guilt, "You do not get to be my manager anymore." You are saying to that not good enough voice, "You are an old tape, and I am learning a new song." You are saying to control, "I do not need to know exactly how good will arrive in order to allow it in." The truth is, good is not blocked by fate. It is blocked by the beliefs that say you are not allowed to receive. So let's look at each knot gently, without judgment. The first is guilt. If I receive this, am I being selfish? Perhaps you grew up hearing, "Others have it worse," "Don't ask for too much," or "If you enjoy yourself, something bad will happen." So now, when good comes toward you, a bit of rest, a kind word, a promotion, an afternoon of peace, you tighten up. You push it away, overwork, overgive, or immediately look for the next problem to justify your existence. My darling, guilt is not a moral compass. It is a habit, and you are allowed to have a new habit. The second knot is unworthiness. I'm not good enough yet to have that. This one loves to set conditions. When I lose the weight, then I can dress how I like. When I earn this much, then I can feel successful. When I stop making mistakes, then I deserve kindness. Can you feel how cruel that is to your heart? It turns life into an exam you can never quite pass. But your worth is not a project, it is a given. The third knot is control. I can only relax if I know exactly how, when, and from where my good will come. This is the knot that keeps you awake at night, scrolling, calculating, rehearsing every possible outcome. It does not actually create safety, it creates exhaustion. Life does not need you to micromanage every detail. Life needs you to stay open enough to see the openings. So the next time you notice yourself tightening, thinking, "Is this too much? Do I deserve this? What if it goes away? How will it come?" I want you to pause, breathe out slowly, and whisper a new sentence. Not the old, "I can't," "I shouldn't," "I must control." Instead, say softly, "I allow good to come to me in gentle ways." Again, I allow good to come to me in gentle ways. One more time, with your hand on your heart, I allow good to come to me in gentle ways. Feel how different that is from pushing and grasping. You are not demanding, you are permitting. That is what this affirmation is for. My good now flows freely is a key that unlocks the three knots of guilt, unworthiness, and control. You are not forcing the river. You are simply saying, "I will not dam it up with old beliefs anymore." You may even say to yourself, "I am learning to receive without explaining, without apologizing, without shrinking." Remember, you do not become selfish by letting good into your life. When your cup is full, you are actually able to bless the world more. You are calmer, kinder, more available, and more creative. Your receiving is not theft. It is preparation for your giving. Now, let's talk about this beautiful principle called least effort, because many of you were taught that if something does not feel like a struggle, it doesn't count. I want to offer you a different way. Least effort does not mean laziness. It does not mean lying on the sofa waiting for the universe to pay your bills. It means letting go of the internal fight against yourself, against the present moment, against the path life is clearly showing you. It means taking action from a place of steadiness instead of panic. When I say, "My good now flows freely," I am aligning with the path of least resistance. I am choosing not to wrestle with reality, not to punish myself into productivity, not to earn my right to breathe. Action is still there, but it is no longer hard and jagged. It becomes focused, clear, and surprisingly efficient because your energy is no longer wasted on inner war. Think of your body for a moment. When you are very tense and frightened, your nervous system goes into survival mode. Your heart races, your breathing becomes shallow, your muscles tighten. In that state, your vision literally narrows. The body is preparing you to fight or run, not to create or receive. Decisions made from that tight, frantic place often feel desperate. You say yes when you mean no. You chase people and opportunities that do not respect you. You rush into things just to get rid of anxiety. This is not because you are foolish. It is because your system is overloaded. Now imagine, instead, that you deliberately choose peace first. You take 3 slow breaths. You relax your jaw. You put a hand on your chest and say quietly, "I don't have to fight life. I can cooperate with it." In that moment, your nervous system receives a new instruction. We are safe enough to think clearly. Your awareness widens. You begin to see more options, more timing, more nuance. That is what I mean when I say, peace is my power. The law of least effort, in the gentlest sense, is simply this: stop arguing with what is. If it is raining, it is raining. You can waste energy shouting at the sky, or you can pick up an umbrella, stay home, or dance in the puddles. One choice drains you, the other gives you options. In your life, least effort looks like dropping the need to constantly justify yourself. It looks like taking the next step you can actually take, instead of tormenting yourself with 10 steps that are out of reach today. It looks like letting go of the belief that suffering is the only proof you deserve good things. When you catch yourself thinking, "I have to work myself to the bone," or "I'm not worthy," pause, feel your body, notice how tight it becomes, and then gently, lovingly choose another thought. I can do my best without destroying myself. I can act from peace. I can let life support me. This is not passivity. This is intelligent cooperation with your own biology and with the flow of life. So the next time you are about to launch into the old pattern of struggle, I invite you to ask, what would this look like with less inner fight? Perhaps you write the email, but you don't rewrite it 20 times from fear. Perhaps you prepare for the meeting, but you don't rehearse every possible criticism in your head. Perhaps you take one practical step toward your goal today, and then you deliberately rest, trusting that the next idea will come when you are refreshed. That is least effort. That is faith in action. And as you live this way, you may begin to notice something miraculous. Solutions appear more easily, synchronicities increase, and good seems to meet you halfway. It is not that you are doing nothing. It is that you have stopped blocking the natural intelligence of life. When your body is calm and your mind is clear, your decisions improve and your good can find its way to you much more quickly. Now that we have opened the inner channel and softened the struggle, I want to show you one more sacred truth. Good is not a one-way pipeline. It is a circulation system. It is more like blood than like a trophy. If you try to hold all your good in one place and never let it move through you, it becomes stagnant, heavy, and anxious. You begin to fear losing it, to hoard it, to protect it so tightly that there is no room for anything new. But when you let good flow in and out, like a healthy heartbeat, something beautiful happens. You stop feeling like a beggar at the door of life, and you begin to feel like a participant in the dance. Flowing out does not always mean giving money or grand gestures. Good flows out of you in so many simple, powerful ways. When you share an idea that has helped you, you are letting good move through your mind into someone else's life. When you take a moment to really listen to a friend instead of rushing to advise, you are letting good move through your presence. When you do your work with care and integrity, even if no one is watching, you are circulating good into the world. Or tidy a little corner of your home so your own nervous system can breathe, you are allowing the good inside you to take shape outside you. And then, like any healthy circulation, it returns to you in new forms. Unexpected support, fresh ideas, a sense of inner pride, connections that feel nourishing instead of draining. If you only ever want to receive and never allow anything to move through you, you eventually feel stuck and dissatisfied. Even if you have a lot, it feels like a pond with no inlet and no outlet, stagnant, cloudy, restless. But when you say, "My good now flows freely," you are also saying, "I am willing to be a river." A river is constantly filled because it is constantly giving. It doesn't argue with the direction of the current. It just keeps moving, and in that movement, it stays alive. I want you to try a little reflection here. Where is my good already flowing out? Perhaps you uplift your children, your colleagues, your friends, without even realizing how much that means. And then ask, where could I let my good flow out more consciously without sacrificing myself? Maybe you could share something you've learned, support a cause that matters to you, speak one encouraging sentence to someone who looks tired, or create something, anything that is useful or beautiful. As you allow good to circulate in this way, notice how it changes your identity. You stop feeling like someone who must snatch scraps from life's table. You begin to feel like someone through whom life's goodness naturally moves. That shift alone dissolves so much fear and envy. You are no longer in competition for a limited supply. You are plugged into an endless current. You might even say to yourself each morning, "Today I let my good flow in and out. I receive with grace and I give with ease." This is not about overgiving or rescuing or draining yourself. It is about letting love, ideas, kindness, and creativity move so that the system stays healthy. When you are a river, you trust that if you share what you have, more will come. You trust that life does not run out. So, my dear, as we bring this part of our journey to a gentle pause, I invite you to hold these 3 images close to your heart. The loosening of the knots, the softening of the struggle, and the circulation of good. You are untying guilt, unworthiness, and control. You are choosing peace instead of constant inner war. And you are allowing your good to move in and through you like a clear, fresh stream. Whenever you feel yourself tightening again, simply place your hand on your heart and whisper, "My good now flows freely. I allow good to come to me in gentle ways. I am at peace, and I let life move through me." Each time you do, the dam loosens a little more, the river grows a little wider, and your life becomes a little kinder, quietly, steadily, naturally. There's another part of this affirmation that I absolutely love, and I want you to feel it with me now. Divine ideas express through me. This means you are not the one who has to push and strain and force everything into existence. You are not a machine. You are a channel. Divine ideas are the gentle, clear, simple thoughts that arrive with a feeling of, "Oh, that makes sense." Not the frantic, panicked ones that shout, "Hurry, or you'll lose everything." Divine ideas come with lightness, not terror. They may not always be easy, but they are never hysterical. I want you to begin trusting that you are capable of recognizing that difference. When your mind is full of pressure, you will feel scattered and heavy. When a divine idea comes, even if it challenges you, there is a little ring of truth, a quiet yes somewhere deep inside. You do not need to carry 10 plans at once. You only need to carry the next illuminated step. So, when a loving idea appears, call that person, take that rest, read that book, start that email, tidy that corner. I want you to ask, very simply, if I only did one thing today to honor this idea, what would it be? Not 10 things, one thing. That one action turns a floating inspiration into a living reality. Now, let's come back to this beautiful line, "I am at peace." So many people treat peace as a reward they'll give themselves when everything is fixed. When I have enough money, then I'll relax. When the relationship is perfect, then I'll breathe. When I've solved every problem, then I'll finally rest. My darling, that is backward. Peace is not the prize at the end. Peace is the ground everything healthy grows from. When you say, "I am at peace," you are not denying your responsibilities. You are choosing to stop fighting with reality, with yourself, and with the timing of life. You stop arguing with the present moment. It shouldn't be like this. It should be different. And instead you move into, "This is where I am. From here, I can take the next loving step." When you are at peace, your body softens, your nervous system settles, your mind widens. You see more possibilities. You hear your intuition more clearly. You stop broadcasting the frantic signal of I'm desperate, I'm behind, I'm not enough, and life, which has always been listening to your inner tone, responds differently. It begins to mirror the calm you are practicing inside. So remember, peace is not passivity. Peace is power. Peace gives you the clarity to act wisely instead of react wildly. To help you live this every day, I want to give you a simple 10-minute practice, your little daily ritual of opening, listening, and moving. Step 1, for just 2 minutes. Place your hand on your chest or your belly. Close your eyes if you can and breathe slowly. On every exhale, whisper, I am at peace. Say it until your shoulders drop just a little, until your jaw loosens, until you feel even 1 degree softer than before. Step 2, for 3 minutes, take a pen and write down 3 sentences. The thing I am trying to control right now is, and be honest, my love. I am willing to set it down just a little perhaps by pausing, by asking for help, by letting go of one small detail. And one kind idea that could help me today is, don't judge what comes. Just let it appear. Step 3, for 5 minutes, choose one small concrete action to express that idea. Make the phone call, send the message, adjust the plan, clear that tiny space, drink that glass of water. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be done. This is how you open the channel, receive the idea, and take a step. That is how good flows, not in theory, but in lived, gentle motion. And then, when you have done what you can for today, I want you to practice releasing it back to the universe and coming home to your own heart. You have planted these affirmations. You have honored your ideas with action. Now you live, not like someone abandoned, but like someone supported. You walk through your day as if life is on your side, because it is. You do not have to yank good things toward you anymore. Good does not need to be dragged. It only needs you to open the door. So as we close this time together, breathe with me and let these words sink into your subconscious like soft rain on thirsty soil. My good now flows freely. Divine ideas express through me. I am at peace.